So today I'm going to give you a tour of my studio where I create all of my gourds, and here is my space. The light's really bright in here, which is why I chose this room. The house was built by a couple back in the 80s, and they used this room as their summer bedroom downstairs, and then they used a loft upstairs in the winter for a bedroom. But it just has lots and lots of natural light, and then of course I've added some light, so I'm going to give you a tour of my space. Alright, so for today I'm going to give you a tour of my crazy, messy studio. So I am here on the banks of the St. Johns River, which you can see way out there, and this is my desk where I do most of my gourding. And I took this desk from my first job right out of college. I was in marketing, and the desk was that pretty oak color, and I carried it on the back of my Volkswagen Beetle on a bike rack, and it burnt some spots in it over there, and so I ended up painting the whole thing black to match all my furniture and everything like that. And it does have a light table in it, which I don't use as much as I thought I would use, but I'll tell you what, the glass top is fantastic because I'm forever cleaning it up just with a razor blade, and it just makes things so much easier. I've got some really lightweight chairs with mesh on the back, and they go up and down, and sometimes they sink before I want them to. I've got a little light here so that I can get light exactly on something that I'm working on. And I found that if I'm going to have a beverage by my workstation, I probably need to cover it, because if it's an open glass, I'm going to end up cleaning paintbrushes in it or knocking it over and putting stuff everywhere. I've got a dresser here that each drawer is a different type of supply. And then on top of here where I can see them, I usually have whatever I've just finished most recently and am most proud of. One of was my octopus triptych is here. I see there's a drill and charger and flowers from my husband and a birthday card. And this is a class I'm teaching this coming weekend. I've got a fall leaves. This one was inspired by Gloria Crane. And on the back side is a creche. It's an oil lamp. And then this one is a leaves that I've designed, and that is actually chalkboard paint so that you can write on it. Happy fall, y'all. And the other side is Halloween. So this is just kind of like inspiration. Usually whatever I've finished most recently that's inspired me goes there. And another thing I leave up here is an upcoming project. And this one is an upcoming project. It's one of that I know of the last 2 summer projects that have to be finished. And that's just a weird one. So I'm figuring out what to do with that. To the side, I do have a bunch of crafting magazines and some shelves with some more supplies in them. And then under my workbench, I have a basket full of upcoming gourds that I'm going to be using, and then there's some more shelves over there that hold more supplies. And over here is another dresser. It's actually like a sideboard that has mostly my power tools in it. And then at my workstation, within arm's reach of the things I use the most often, my wood burner, my master carver, my Proxon is under there stacked, and I have a power strip back here that's about 4 feet long, and also in it are a glue gun, and I have that hanging up so that I can use it, and then I can hang it and not burn myself. I have some brushes that I use most often right here, and there's another project I need to finish, a piggy bank that had some damage to it. More shelves, more shelves, more shelves. Mini split air conditioning so that I can control my temperature in my studio completely myself. And then in these shelves are things that I use pretty often, like either files or paint brushes or wood burning tips, or I have 4 tape measures that stay right there. 2 of them are out on loan at the moment. And and then here's where I look up ideas. I have a laptop right there and a mouse and keyboard that are separate, that are wireless, that I can move around, and then another screen so that I can have maybe a picture that's an inspiration picture on one side, and then I can watch a show on the other side or watch a video. The gourd I'm finishing up today, and the reason everything is so clean, is my big octopus gourd, and I'm hoping to almost finalize that one today. And there's my inspiration piece from Colette Clark, a potter in Highlands, North Carolina, and the octopus just serves to remind me of the ocean and what I'm working on. Another piece of pottery over there that sometimes a pencil ends up in. And so that's my studio. I've got a sailboat back here, got some cycle booty stuff there that I was reviewing, and of course all my good stream to see stuff. I use the hand sanitizer all the time. One of those Jobies, which is wonderful. Hearing protection, microphone, all sorts of stuff in here. Through here is a bathroom, and sometimes I'm filming and I forget to close this door, and then people have like a look at the bottom of the toilet, which really aggravates me when I forget to close that door. Now in here, I've got a double closet in here. Oh gosh, I almost hate to open it. But this is where more gourds and gourd supplies live. Vacuum, tools, more books, taxes, Quickwood. So everything's pretty much organized. It's just, you know how closets are. It's just a big cluttered closet. In the other side of the room, I have another dresser. This one came with the house. And one of the drawers is completely for my acrylic paints. Another drawer is for all of my spray paints. Bottom drawer for jewelry making stuff. Next drawer up, I think, has stencils and any kind of clay type tools. And the top drawer is kind of a miscellaneous things that I use all the time. And then over here are some fall projects. A turkey, a tree, some things like that I'll start working on in the next couple months. And at every door to the house, of course, we've got hand sanitizer and stuff like that. And this is my view at the moment out to the river. Got a bunch of stuff on the porch because we were cleaning out a shed, and I've got to mess with all that. I have fire extinguisher handy. Let's see if it'll focus on this. Fire extinguisher right here, and there's 2 more of them behind me, just in case anything unusual were to happen. I had to solve the lighting problem in this room. The existing light wasn't enough, and so on one of the beams I hung this light. I ended up just painting it black also so that it would kind of blend in, and I just hung it there, and it's just simply plugged in. But I wanted a lot of really good light on what I'm working on, and then like I said, I've got a little task light there. So that is the tour, the grand tour of my studio and where I work. I do have a really pretty gorgeous rug on the floor, and I'm just really careful with paint. If I drop any paint, I just wipe it up right away. And pretty much nothing on the floor because I have vacuum that comes out and vacuums automatically. And so that's the tour of my studio. I hope you enjoyed seeing it. All right, I hope you enjoyed that little peek into it's always interesting. I know for a while I actually had a subscription to a magazine that was all about women's workspaces and the areas where they're creative spaces. And I just always liked a little peek into what tools do people have, how do they organize them, and what's kind of the vibe and the feel of their workspace. And this, I see my workspace looks pretty cluttered, but slightly organized. I know where things are and I can find them, and it's an absolute dream to have a home that has enough space to have one room for me. This is a big, 2-bedroom house. I have one bedroom that's just for me for creating artwork. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get back to working on that big octopus gourd. I think today is the day I might actually be able to finalize it so I can bring that video to you soon. So thanks for watching. Hope you found this interesting, and I would love to see your workspace. What's in your work area? What does your space look like? Where do you create? Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.